Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here for video number of the evening. This time on the Peter Gilmore YouTube Wrestling channel. YouTube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like this video. Hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and on my other channels as well. Down below in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and hit that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. And that's it. Subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, and anything you want, questions, whatever you want, down below in the comments field. That's it. Alright. In the description box is my last video, my first video that I did today. It is my review on the Killer Demons channel, so check it out. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, tell your friends, leave some questions, and that's it. Have a good old time. Alrighty, but right now, it is time for your late and out-of-date AEW Dynamite review for February the 5th, 2020 from Huntsville, Alabama. Yes, AEW is back with another episode of Dynamite. And good show as always from AEW. Very highlighted night was the 10 lashes that MJ was going to give Cody. Saw that, which was very brutal. We also had the Lucha Dragons and the Butcher and the Blade with the Bunny at ringside taking on the Elite of Young Bucks, Hangman Adam Page, and Kenny Omega. And we also had some little more progression with Jon Moxley and the Inner Circle and Jericho at that. And a little bit of interesting stuff with Kenny Omega and Pac, and throw Rio in there in that little equation, and you figure it out. And that's all I gotta say about that. My cat's being stupid. It's the usual. It's the usual. My cat's being weird as usual. Doesn't want to come on camera, huh? Anyway, so we got that, and like I said, it was a pretty good show from Huntsville, Alabama. And the ratings are out, and once again, AEW destroys NXT. It got last week they did about 820 something thousand views, I think it was 860 something thousand views. This week they did 928,000 views to NXT's 777,000. Damn. What can you say? Everybody's loving AEW right now and not watching NXT. And NXT, you know, they got Adam Cole, baby, and company Ciampa, Gargano, Finn Balor, and, you know, the like with Rhea Ripley and company, and nobody's really watching the product. The WWE is getting destroyed on Wednesday nights. And they're getting destroyed on Monday and Friday night. Both shows stink. NXT's doing all they can to get viewers. You know, SmackDown still gets in the millions. I don't know how many they got last week, but they do around maybe 2 million views, maybe 3 million at best. But we'll see. You know, but AEW just destroying NXT right now in the viewership for Wednesday nights. Even in the 18 to 30 to 45 demographic, just destroying them. And I'm loving it. You know, I like NXT, but I mean, I love AEW even more. And for all you WWE marks that say AEW sucks, what you been watching, dumbass? Go back to playing with your John Cena and Roman Reigns dolls. Idiots. Don't know wrestling at all. Make stupid assumptions. And all this other shit. Don't talk about, oh, they're all a bunch of indie jobbers and this and that, yeah. Cody Rhodes sucks. The Young Bucks are a bunch of spot monkeys. Nah. Fuck you. That's all I gotta say about that. So let's get into AEW. Let's not waste any more of your time that I already wasted. And that's it. Alright, we start off the night with a fart. No. We start off the night with a video package of what happened last week. And then we'll find out what happened this week. So we start off with Jon Moxley coming to the ring. He's gonna take on Ortiz of LAX in the Inner Circle. So he comes out with Santana, and then Jericho comes out with Sammy Guevara and Jake Hager to go to commentary. And Jericho's once again gold on the freaking commentary table. Sammy wasn't really saying anything that much, but it is what it is. Kind of having too much on the commentary team, like 5 people talking at one time. I'm like, oh, who's talking there? And that's it. So this was Ortiz's first official singles match on national TV, because he never had one on Impact. I don't think Santana had one either. This was so they brought the bell. Then Moxley takes control, but then Ortiz hits an insecurity, then a splash for a near fall, dumps Moxley outside, whips him to the barricade, then the steps. Then he comes back in, starts going to Tiger Style. And then a camel clutch. Mox escapes that. Ortiz hits a set-up powerbomb for a near fall. Mox cuts him off, transitions to a figure 4, but Ortiz escapes, poking the good eye. As Moxley only has one-eyed Willie there. Ortiz charges but gets dumped to the floor. Then Moxley hits a suicide dive. He takes out Santana, barricade, and then he dumps Ortiz into the crowd. Again, Moxley's beating him up. Hits a black hole slam for a near fall. And then they go back and forth. Ortiz dumps him to the outside. Hits a suicide cannonball. Following that, they go back in. Ortiz heads up top and gets a big splash for a near fall. A fisherman suplex for a near fall. Then he starts to ground and pound a little bit. Here's up top. Comes off, flies into a big boot by Moxley. And Moxley hits the Rainmaker by Okada. I guess Okada taught him that move because he's been using it a lot. Then he goes Ortiz into Santana. Then he hits the Death Rider to finish it off. So good win for Moxley. Some more momentum going for him in his feud with Jericho. So I gave the match 3 out of 5 stars. It was alright. Then afterwards, Santana attacks. He's laid out by a Death Rider. Then Moxley takes out Jericho's car keys for that Ford GT that he gave Moxley a couple weeks back. And Jericho's like, "That's mine! You're a thief!" Blah, blah, blah. And he grabs Santana, takes the key, bam, right in the eye. And and then he's like, an eye for an eye. So Santana gets to be called One-Eyed Willie now. So he gets beat up and bludgeoned, and then the Inner Circle come down to the ring and check on Santana, who obviously is injured with his eye. So he gets patched up later on. So we get that. So I give all that 3 out of 5 stars. So it continues the storyline of Jericho and Moxley. And we'll see what happens next Wednesday night on the program from Austin, Texas. And we'll see what happens with that as we move on from there. So, like I said, 3 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we get to match number 2. SCU! Scorpio Sky and Kazarian taking on the best friends, Trent and Chucky T. And Orange Cassidy at ringside, as always. This was a fun match. Start up with Trent and Kaz. They work into the ropes. They work into some counters. Trent follows up with some chops until Kaz takes him down. Then Kaz follows up with some more chops. And they go back and forth. Trent hits a flying knee strike. Chucky comes in, and they double team Kazarian And then Kazarian gets the tag to Scorpio Sky. He comes in. Chucky takes him down and then follows with a shoulder tackle. But Scorpio's not impressed. Hits a few kicks and a beautiful drop kick. Kaz comes in. They double team Chucky T for a near fall. Trent comes back in, takes out Sky and Kaz, cuts him off until Chucky hits Slice Split Nibble. And Sky hits a slingshot cutter. And Trent hits a spear on the floor. German by Cass on the floor. Then a cannonball by Chuck, and everybody's down. And then Orange Cassidy is like, just standing around. And then he lays down like this. That was pretty funny. They go back in. Trent works over Kaz. Chuck tags in. They're working over Kaz for a while. Kaz counters the DDT, but Kaz hits a backstabber. Tags in Scorpio Sky. He comes in. And they double team on Trent for a near fall. As Trent's down holding his neck, so it looked like he hit the turnbuckle, he flipped up and then flipped back, and then he fell down and looked like he hurt his neck on a whiplash attempt, maybe whiplash. I don't know what it was, but looked like Scorpio Sky was kind of concerned for him because he stopped at one point, and then Trent just came back and started beating him up. Then he hit Soul Food half and half combo. Then they do the hug. Pull back, like Okada when he hits the Rainmaker. And then Scorpio Sky stops Strong Zero, which allows Kaz to hit Code Red for the win. So SCU continues its winning ways. They're still the #1 contenders for the tag team belts. Well, it's really the Young Bucks, but get that. And it was a pretty good match. Both teams did pretty well. But SCU picks up the victory in a match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. Pretty good, but afterwards, it gets a little interesting. The Dark Order come out. Stu Grayson and Evil Uno and the Beaver Boys and 2 other guys come out. They lay out SCU and the best friends until Orange Cassidy hits the ring. They offer him a Dark Order mask, and then Orange Cassidy goes, puts his hands in his pockets, but after that he gets beat up. And then Christopher Daniels comes out. He's like, come on, fight me, come on! We're out of here. So, they leave, and we're still wondering who the Exalted One is. I still think it's Christopher Daniels. It's gonna be Christopher Daniels, because if the Dark Order are backing away from Daniels, that gives you a clear inclination that he is the Exalted One. Because it couldn't be anybody else, maybe Matt Hardy, but I don't think Matt Hardy's contract ends anytime soon. That's all I gotta say about that. Cheers for you. And that's all I gotta say about that. So we'll see what happens next week on the program with the Dark Order and SCU and Christopher Daniels and company. And we'll get closer and closer to who is the Exalted One. Maybe we'll find out by Revolution. But we'll see. That's pretty much what to say about that. Alright, then we get an MJF promo. He's with Wardlow. And he's basically referencing the walk behind their line from Dusty's famous promo. I don't remember which promo that was. This was so many Dusty Rhodes promos, I can't even remember, except for Hard Times. That Hard Times promo was probably legendary. There's so many Dusty Rhodes. The walk behind her, I don't even remember, but he's referencing that line, blah blah blah. You walk behind me, stuff like that. And he says he will whip Cody into submission, and that he will never be a walk behind her again. Oh, I guess he means that, when he was walking behind Cody when he was the protege. So he's like, I'm not gonna walk behind you ever again, and kind of like what Wardlow's doing right now, but we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. Let me move on. Alright, then we get to our next match, Dr. Britt Baker, baby! And on Yuka Sakazaki. Or, as I call her, Yuna, from Final Fantasy X. Doesn't she look like Yuna from Final Fantasy X? Tell me if I'm wrong or not. Her face looks exactly like Yuna from Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2. Which was horrible. It was a good game, but I mean, not a game that I really like. I think 10 was better, but and then they made 13-1-2-3, which the second and third installments of that game were horrible. And then Lightning Returns was and that was it. Then they made 15, which was good, and I'm hearing they're making 16. I'm hearing they're making a Final Fantasy 16 for the PlayStation 5. That's like a couple of years. We'll see. I mean, we got Resident Evil 3 coming out in about another month and a half. So many other good games are coming out. Final Fantasy 7 remake is coming out. Final Fantasy 8 remastered is already out. I have to actually order them off GameFly. I have to redo my GameFly because something happened with my GameFly account. So I can't buy games anymore for $70-$80. I'm not doing that shit. I just rent games from GameFly and then play the hell of them and just send them back when I feel like it. Send them back in a year and I don't give a shit. But you know, it is what it is. So we get that. So we get Britt Baker and Yuka Sakazaki. We've seen Yuka at Double or Nothing and Fighter Fest, so this is her first TV appearance. And it was a pretty decent match. It starts up with them locking up. Baker works over the arm, and Sakazaki counters out of it. Baker then attacks her with some strikes, chokes her out, and hits a running boot, and gets some cover for a near fall. Sakazaki fires back, hits a Hurricane Rana, falls with a seated senton for a near fall. Britt takes a rest on the outside. Sakazaki falls with a high cross to the floor. Back in, Sakazaki grounds and pounds a little bit, hitting a sliding clothesline for a near fall. So really giving Britt Baker a run for her money. And Baker comes back with some rice. They trade back and forth. Baker cuts her over with some kicks and then a neck breaker for a near fall. She follows with some ground and pound, but then Sakazaki counters the lockjaw and inside cradles Baker for the 1-2-3. So she gets the surprising win over Britt Baker. Match she gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. That was good, but then the aftermath, woo boy, that was some sick fucking shit. Britt goes to the outside, grabs the ring bell, comes in, whacks Sakazaki in the back of the head. Then she puts her mouth on the bottom rope. Then she curb stomps her mouth. Oh! And, I mean, fucking blood spurting out of her mouth. Lost a tooth. Bleeding from the mouth. And then, to add to good measure, Britt Baker puts on the lockjaw and takes her hand right into her freaking bloody mouth. I mean, yuck. That was fucking sick. So, we're gonna see what happens with that next week. Hopefully Yuka's okay. She probably had to get stitched up and a lot of dental work. I mean, Britt Baker's a dentist in real life, I think. So she could have done it, easily. I'm gonna take your tooth out and I'm gonna put it right back in. It is what it is. And yeah, that was pretty damn sick. So the aftermath I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. But Britt Baker's a fucking sick person. But it is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. And we move on from there. Alright, then we go to the 8-man tag team match. We got Elite of Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page, and the Young Bucks taking on the Lucha Bros. Pentagon Jr., who has Zero. Ray Phoenix and the Butcher and the Blade with the Bunny at ringside. This was a pretty good match. And it starts with Adam Page and the Blade. Adam Page was getting cheered up the wazoo the whole match. So he starts, and then Kenny comes in. They double team him for a near fall, and then Matt tags in. They're working over everybody. Then they hit planches to the floor, and then Page goes and wants a beer. Why not? You get a little thirsty when you wrestle. You gotta have a little water, a little beverage, a little vino. Whatever you have. Maybe some of this. It is what it is. So then the heels come back. They take control. Phoenix hits a huge dive to the floor, wiping out the Elite. They go back in. They isolate Nick Jackson for a little bit. As they go to break. Have Nick in that corner. We come back. Nick starts to battle back, runs the Luchas into the barricades, and then back in, hits an X Factor to Blade. X and gets the hot tag to his brother Matt. Puts the Locomotion Northern Light suplexes. Kenny comes in. Phoenix fights off Matt. Takes out Kenny and falls with some arm drags to both of them. And Pentagon hits a backstabber. And then him and Ray Phoenix double team on Kenny. They start isolating him for a while. They start isolating Kenny. But Kenny gets the hot tag to Adam Page. He runs wild. Falls with a plancha and then an overhead belly to belly and a big moonsault to the floor. As the fans chant, "Cowboy shit!" That's it. Then here's a rolling lariat as they go back in against the near fall. Then the entire Elite work over Pentagon. And then the heels drag him to the floor. They isolate Nick. They hit the Doomsday Device on him for a near fall. And then Butcher hits a powerbomb on Nick. Kenny makes a save. And then Kenny goes berserk with the Snapdragon Suplex Buffet. And everybody's in the ring. Butcher cuts off Page with the Buckshot Lariat. Super kicks foul. Then a V-trigger by Kenny. Then the Blade cuts him off. And Page hits a Buckshot Lariat on the second attempt. And then Page is kind of favoring his knee. He was on that moonsault. He kind of looked like he tweaked his knee a little bit, so he's kind of favoring it. But he's like, "I'm okay." You know, Kenny's like, tag me already, come on!" And then Pentagon comes in, and then they hit the Fear Factor package power driver combination on Adam Page. 1, 2, 3, he's done. So the Lucha Brothers and the Butcher and the Blade get the victory over the Elite. Match was pretty good. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. The Lucha Brothers finally get a win. And then we haven't seen the Lucha Brothers in action in a while. So they pick up a big win over the tag team champions. They're not going to get a tag team title shot anytime soon, but we'll see what happens. And it continues the Adam Page storyline with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. Is he going to turn? Is he not going to turn? What's going to happen? Then afterwards, he drinks a beer. So we get that. So they still continue that storyline. So I don't know what's going to happen. A lot of people saying that the Elite should turn heel, like the Bucks and Kenny should turn heel on Adam Page. And Adam Page goes on this mega, ultra, super, gigantic face turn. And he just beats everybody. So it's whipping the Elite's ass. And you throw Cody in the mix, you know, they could have Cody versus Adam Page in a match on TV. That should be pretty good. But see what happens with that. And that's pretty much it. So a good match. And like I said, 4 to 5 stars out of that. And then afterwards, Tony Schiavone, or Tony Baloney, Tony Schiavone, whatever you want to call him. He gets in the ring and interviews Kenny Omega. And he's like, "We have something going on in the back." And then we see Pac being a bastard. Oh, as Michael Cole says, a bastard. And he wants his rematch. He says that Kenny left Michael Nakazawa left for dead. Might play into something soon. I don't know. And then we see little young Riho, little sexy Riho, next to him. And he says, well, since he's out of the way, maybe I'll go after Riho. And Kenny's like, "You got the match! You got the match! That's it! You got the match! That's all you wanted! It's about the match! You got it! You got it!" The Pac says, "Wasn't that so hard?" He says, "And do you really think I was gonna hit a woman? I might be a bastard, but I'm not a beast." But she is. And then we see Nyla Rose come from behind, attack Rio from behind. She picks her up and tries to drive her through a table. The table didn't break. "I am the table!" Puts her through a table. Well, not through a table, you know, like I said, the table didn't break. Smashes her on a table. And Nyla's like, "Rio, you've been marked. And next week I'm going to collect." So we find out next week, Nyla Rose gets a shot at the AEW title, her third shot at the title. Next week against Rio, if there's anything left of Rio. Next week in Austin, Texas. I hope they do the title change next week. So they don't give the Nyla Rose and they just keep on with Rio coming from behind and winning these matches. Who's gonna beat Rio? It's gonna be Brandy Rhodes. It's gonna be Britt Baker. You know, Britt Baker's a heel now. It could be. I don't know. I really would do the title change here. Give Nyla Rose the belt. But I'm not the booker. I'm not Cody Rhodes and the Bucks and Kenny and Paige and everybody. I would give Nyla Rose the title here. But like I said, we'll see what happens with that. So I gave the Aftermath 2.5 out of 5 stars. See what happens next week with Pac and Kenny and Nyla Rose and Rio for the women's title, and that's pretty much it. All right, then we see a Darby Allin video package. We see what the Inner Circle did to his throat. You know, Sammy Guevara driving the skateboard into his throat about a week or so ago. Then we see a cardboard cut-up of Sammy and Chris Jericho hugging each other, and then we see Darby taking a flamethrower and then burning it on fire. So we see fire, 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 fire. Settle down, Beavis. So we get that. So we'll see what happens with that, and as we move on. So we might see Darby getting his revenge on the Inner Circle next week, or something like that. We'll see. And that's it. Alright, then we get to our next match. Kip Sabian, and with Penelope Ford at ringside, taking on Joey Janela. On for a while. We saw last week Joey Janela getting involved in Kip Sabian's match with Cody Rhodes. You know, getting kissed by Penelope and Kip Sabian, which they thought was disgusting, but it is what it is. So we get to the match. The match was okay. They brawl right away. Janela takes control, choking Sabian out. Sabian comes back with some kicks and some strikes, and they pick up the pace a little bit as Sabian hits an insecurity, works him over in the corner. Janela bounces back with some chops, and then forearms and a suplex for 2. Sabian comes back, Janela gets pissed, and he delivers some kicks. He dares Sabian to throw some more kicks, but Sabian locks on a chin lock. Janela escapes that. They trade moves a little bit. Janela is cut off and tripped into the ring steps. And then Penelope Ford slams him into the steps again. She gets involved. They go back in. Sabian comes for a near fall. Then he gets another near fall with some kicks. And then Sabian distracts the ref as Penelope Ford rakes Janela's eyes, and they trade strikes until Sabian hits an anarchist suplex for a near fall. Goes to a springboard, missed it, but he gets dumped to the outside. Janela falls with a suicide dive. And Penelope Ford distracts him, which allows Sabian to hit a penalty kick. And then Janela comes back with a German on the floor. Ouch. Come back in, Janela hits a big lariat for a near fall. Goes for the DVD, Sabian counters, but Janela catches him with a super kick. Sabian comes back, but runs into a spike deep Death Valley driver for a near fall. Then they go back and forth, Sabian cuts him off with a DDT. And then Penelope Ford takes the ref, kisses Sabian, and Ford gets bumped to the floor. Allows Sabian to cradle Janela with a handful of tights, and he gets the cheap win. Match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. You know, storyline's still going okay. I think it's gonna go all the way to the pay-per-view, and then Janela is gonna get his win back. So we'll probably see that on the pre-show, or you know, the undercard of the show of Revolution. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's all I gotta say with that. So 2.5 out of 5 stars for the match, and see what happens next week with Kip Sabian, Penelope Ford, and Joey Janela. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Alright, then we go to the back. Jericho's ranting about a man who would dare take out another man's eye, running down Moxley. Santana says he's had a bad month, but Mox has unleashed something new in him, and next week he's coming for Mox, an eye for an eye. So we're going to see Moxley versus Santana next week, one-on-one. Personally don't care, but we'll see what happens. You know, it was nice to see Santana get some promo time. Actually, that was really nice, and we'll see what happens with him and Moxley next week on the program, and see what happens with the ever-going Moxley Jericho Inner Circle feud, and that's about that. All right, then we see Adam Page in the back. The interviewer, I forgot her name, has to interview him. about losing the tag match. Then the Young Bucks come in, they start arguing with Paige. Paige is drinking a beer. Then Matt says, "This is the reason why we lost. This is, I'm gonna give you a reality check. You need to stop drinking beer." So they leave, and then Paige takes out a bigger pitcher of beer. He starts drinking that. So that was pretty funny. But we'll see what happens with that as we go into next week's program. And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And we move on. All right, then we find out next week. Kenny Omega and Adam Page take on SCU. A good match. Non-title. I guess it's non-title because I didn't say for the titles. I'm not sure. It should be for the titles since SCU didn't get a rematch yet, so it might be for the titles. Moxley versus Santana and Rio versus Nyla Rose for the women's title. That should be good. And then 2 weeks, not next week, the following week, we get a tag team battle royal for a shot at the pay-per-view. Then we get Cody versus Wardlow in a steel cage, brother. That's the Atlanta show. Then 3 weeks in Kansas City, we'll have Kenny versus Pac in a 30-minute Iron Man match. That's pretty good. So we'll see what happens with that. Next 3 weeks is gonna be hard-hitting action, and if you miss it, you're dumb and stupid. And that's all I gotta say about that. All right, then we hear from Dustin Rhodes. We heard from Taz earlier on about the 10 lashes. Really didn't care what he had to say. Dustin says Cody is tougher than anyone he knows, and he's going to take it like a man. So we get that. Alright, then we get to the end of the night. 10 lashes. This was tough to watch at times. People were cringing at every freaking slash. But so anyway, MJF and Wardlow come out. Cody comes out wearing a suit. Then he takes off the suit. Then he takes off his shirt and tie. And you see his bare chest. And and then MJF gets on the mic. He says, "Well, I'm not gonna lash you with my belt. I want your belt." And Cody's like, "Okay, whatever." And then MJF's like moping around, fiddling around with his microscopic wiener, and he's teasing Cody, and he just starts wailing on him. Then he removed his jacket on the second one, and then the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny arrive with a bunch of others to watch. MJF hits another one. Here's Cody to hit him. And then we see Cody's back welting up. It looks disgusting, like chopped liver. And then Arn Anderson comes out, like don't let him get the satisfaction and all that other stuff. Then MJF starts mocking Arn. He's like, "You can't save him, old man." And then he hits him with the fourth lash. Tells Cody to quit. Cody refuses and says, "Bring it on." And he gets a fifth lash. Drops to the mat again. And then Dustin Rhodes comes out and basically tells Cody that I'll take the rest of it. And he tells MJF that I'll take the rest. But MJF's like, "That's not how it works here." Tells him to leave. So Dustin rallies Cody. MJF hits back-to-back lashes on him. And then the Young Bucks arrive to try to motivate Cody. And MJF's like, "No one can save you right now. And you should quit." And Cody's really, I don't know how the hell he's selling this, but he's just getting destroyed. And I guess it was adrenaline running through his veins, and he just took it like a man. Now, the only thing we were missing was, "What's your name?" "Say your name!" "Toby." No, all we needed was the Roots thing. But we didn't get that. So, so he gets whipped for the 8th time. MJF tells Cody to stay down. So he's all fired up, and then Ward is like, "I'll take this." And then number 9, he just he goes, "Yeah!" Boom! And ouch. That was probably the hardest lash of them all. Cody goes down in a heap. And then Brandy Rose comes out, his wife, tells Cody, "I love you. You're a fighter. You got this. Is only one more lash." And then he gets up, MJF's face, and MJF just slaps him right in the chest, right near the face. That was pretty sick. And then he crumbles to the ground. And then his friends, Arn Anderson, the Bucks, Brandy, Dustin Rose, they check on him. MJF's pissed off because he took it like a man. Now he's got 2 stipulations left: the cage, and if Cody wins the cage match, he goes on to face MJF at Revolution. So we get that. So MJF gets pissed. He leaves through the crowd, and then while he's going up the stairs, some fan beats him up. Some people were saying it was Kazarian. I don't think it was. I think it was just some idiotic drunk fan trying to get his 15 seconds of fame. So they beat him up, and then he gets arrested or something happened. So it was a gruesome segment. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. But give it up to Cody for taking the lashes like a man. I mean, if you saw the pictures on AEW's Twitter or Cody's Twitter of his back, I mean, it just looked like chopped liver. Ugh. Welted up, scrapes and scars and blood, and it just wasn't a good night. But he goes a step further. Now, he did the stipulation, he did the 10 lashes. Now he has to face Wardlow in 2 weeks in a steel cage in Atlanta, and he has to win, get the shot at MJF at Revolution. I think he'll win. He'll probably be busted wide open, blood spurting out of his face. It'll be a crimson mask, but still get the win. MJF will probably attack and just lay him out in the cage. And maybe the Bucks and company try to save him. I don't know if that's gonna happen. We'll see. And then he gets the match with MJF at Revolution and probably loses because I think MJF is gonna win this whole thing. But you never know. I'm hoping Cody wins, but I really think Logic will take over and MJF will get the win because he's massively over as a heel right now. So that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Well, once again, AEW was a pretty good show. I gave it 7.5 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of the show in a comment or a video reply down below. And if you have any wrestling questions, put it down below in the comment section of this video or on my Raw review or any one of my future videos coming up, or hit me up via Twitter or Facebook. Link to my Twitter is down below in the description box. And if you're on Facebook, just type in Peter Gilmore. You'll find me somewhere. Leave me a message or leave me a comment on my timeline or whatever on my page, and I'll get to your questions and in due time. You can send me up to 4 questions, and hopefully I'll get to them when I can, and we'll have a Q&A hopefully soon. That's all up to you guys, and that's all I gotta say about that. So thank you for watching. Once again, 7.5 out of 10 stars for AEW Dynamite. It was a pretty good show, and we'll see what happens this Wednesday night from Austin, Texas, as we're on the road to Revolution. We're a couple weeks away. So we got some good shows coming up. We got Atlanta the week after, and then Kansas City the week after that. So we're getting closer and closer to Revolution, their first pay-per-view of the year. They actually mentioned their second pay-per-view of the year, Double or Nothing, which is on Saturday night, May the 23rd in Las Vegas. And tickets go on sale next Friday on Valentine's Day. So get your tickets, get your tickets now. Well, not now. Next Friday, get your tickets. That's gonna sell out. That's definitely gonna sell out in at least an hour. Rosa actually wanted me to get tickets. She wants me to get tickets to this show. You think I have the money to go to this damn show? Fuck no. I don't have the money to go to freaking Vegas. I had the money. I don't have a lot of money right now. I gotta pay bills. I gotta pay my car payments, gas, and everything. I'm off today, so I saved some money on gas, but I have to pay. I paid off my internet bill already. I got the cable bill coming up next month. I might have a medical insurance bill coming up next month. And I got those bills to pay. I'm up a creek bills right now. So it sucks right now. And with work, you know, cutting my hours, and which really does suck. Even though it's my own fault, but you make some decisions in your life, and you get them. You know, you live with them. What are you gonna do? That's all I gotta say about it. But still making the money that you wish you had, because a lot of people need money that I have, and we know a lot of people that need a lot of money. I think we know who it is, but that's all I gotta say about that. So that's it. So thank you for watching. Check out my Raw review on the Killer Demons channel down below. The link is down below in the description box. Check it out. Give it a like. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to this channel and all my other channels as well down below. Friend me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Link to my Twitter is down below in the description box. And share this video all over the internet that you can think of. And then tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload, so you can stay in the loop, and hopefully YouTube can send out my videos, because I don't even know if they're sending out my videos at all. But it is what it is. YouTube can suck a fat cock anyway, but it is what it is. That's it. So thank you for watching. I might have another video coming up of my NXT review, but if not, I will do my NXT review tomorrow, and I have a rant tomorrow about a certain congressman. I think you know who he is. If not, I'll tell you about it tomorrow on the PG Rants channel, because I need to do a rant on this freaking idiot, what he said about wrestling. So we'll get to that tomorrow. Get you geared up for the weekend, and that'll be it. I probably won't be doing any videos on the weekend unless something comes up. Actually, I will be. I have to talk about Killer Cross getting signed by the WWE. That's big news. There was a story on Facebook. I don't know if it's true or not that Vanessa Bryant's dead, but she had a depression attack and then killed herself. I think that's false. Would have been on TMZ. Would have been on the news. I haven't watched the news yet, so I don't think that's. I highly doubt that Vanessa Bryant killed herself because of Cody and his daughter Gianna. I don't think she would have done that. I think she's too. I just don't think. I think that's just a false rumor. It is what it is. Also want to talk about they signed NXT. Well, they signed, Timothy Thatcher signed with NXT. And Killer Cross. That was the big names that signed with NXT. I think there was another one, but I forgot the name of him. But those are the big names that have been signed to WWE. Killer Cross and Timothy Thatcher. Timothy Thatcher, a former Evolve champion. And we don't know Killer Cross from TNA and other various promotions. He's going out with Scarlett Bordeaux, banging that hot, sweet ass. So they're packaged together now. They get packed, when Killer Cross debuts in NXT, that he's partnered with Scarlett. That would be awesome. But if not, at least Scarlett does whatever she's gonna do backstage. I don't know what she's gonna do. Do some angles. I don't know. Who knows what's gonna do? Maybe she'll do some guys in the back. I don't know. She should be doing me. So we get that, and that's it for my reviews. Thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off for this Thursday night video on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, and I'm out. And if you don't like it, you're gonna get a package power driver, dude. I'm out. Peace, bitches. What does Rosie want?